Hey guys, Thunder E here, and let's talk the MacBook Neo. So the Neo is the latest MacBook from Apple. I just got to see it at the Apple event here. I'm actually in London and just came from MWC to check this device out. And I gotta say though, it is quite impressive, but I have to ask myself that question. Is this the laptop to upend the PC industry because of its price point and what Apple says it brings to the table? Let's take a closer look at the hardware. You've got 4 different colors for the device, which is nice. It gives you something more vibrant in terms of colors. Pricing, as we know, starts at $599 and this goes up to $699 because there are 2 simple SKUs for this device. Now, we'll get to the SKU separation in a second, but what do you get with this hardware, right? Rounded edges, you've got a 13-inch display, 500 nit brightness in terms of the brightness of the display. That keyboard is a Magic Keyboard, but it isn't a backlit keyboard. Both SKUs do not have backlit keyboards. There's some concessions that have to be made here. Now, ports, which is typical with MacBook, we have 2 USB Type-C ports. One is a USB 2 port, Type-C 2, and the other one is USB Type-C 3. So the furthest to the back is USB Type-C 3, to the front USB Type-C 2. You've got a headphone jack, and then you also have side firing speakers. So the speakers on the side should give you some good sound there. We have to check that out. So you look at the hardware, you look at everything you have here. Apple says, okay, this build is made from recycled aluminum, helps them cut down costs and also giving them something with still a premium build. Feels premium. It's a 60% recycled aluminum build altogether, and that's nice. Now, we ask ourselves, what do we have in the PC market that is in this kind of build category? Honestly, none. So we got to see something that actually matches in that. Now, performance-wise, this is where the rubber meets the road, and we have to test that out to see. This is running the A18 Pro chipset. This is a chipset that was in an iPhone, right? Your iPhone chipset is now in a MacBook. That's very important because that gives us a scope of where it goes. It's a 6-core processor. This is capped at 8 gigabytes of unified RAM, nothing more. Storage, for $599, you're getting 256 with the Magic Keyboard. But if you go to the $699 model, you're getting a Magic Keyboard with Touch ID, and it goes up to 512 of storage. So that's the maximum you can go with 512. But again, this is built for a different audience. So this is someone who's looking for a computer, maybe just answering emails, do some light work, nothing crazy, some light photo editing. That's what it's meant to be. Now, you can do some gaming, because we have to check that out. And there's some games here. We played an iOS game. That looked like it played well enough. Now, you could probably see some slowdowns, but that's because this systems were running a lot of different applications. So again, I have to test it out to see. But we don't have something in this category, this price point that feels premium, but is still cheap enough. And that's something the PC market has to fulfill to compete against the MacBook Neo. Now, the other thing about this device here is that it's got 16 hours of battery life in terms of video playback. So you're looking at some pretty long battery life for a device like this. Weighs 2.7 pounds, so it's not light, but it's also not heavy at the same time. And it's quite portable at 13 inches. Slightly thicker bezels, but it's fine. You've got a 1080p webcam. Webcam looks pretty solid and clean. I think overall, a lot of people would like the way it looks and how compact it feels in carrying this laptop around, which is cool, which is nice. So I pose that question. I pose that question because I'm a PC user, and this looks like a very attractive thing to buy for someone who is looking for a laptop. Because here's the thing, I had friends who kind of like Macs or were Mac users and say, hey, I want to get a Mac, I want to get a MacBook Pro. And I was like, just get a MacBook Air, because you don't do anything other than a few spreadsheets. I might not have to downgrade people down to this, but is this going to attract people who are looking for cheap, affordable laptops to use? Is this going to sway that potential usage of PC to laptop users? I think it might, because I think this is what Apple is looking to do, to get people hooked into it, and then you upgrade to maybe a MacBook Air, like the new MacBook Air M15 or something else along those lines. But it is a very interesting dynamic to see, and I think that the PC market has to stand up and give us something similar. Now, I don't think it has to do $599. I think it has to do something comparable. I think $800 is the price point for PCs. That makes sense, but just give us a little bit extra, a little bit better. But I am impressed with what I saw with the MacBook Neo. I think Apple has brought some really tough competition to the game. Now, my question to you is, what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to shake the PC market? Do you think it's just Apple users, doesn't really matter? Would you pick one up? Leave your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.